Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. What if the life you are living right now is only scratching the surface of your true potential? What if you discovered that most of us only tap into about 40% of our capabilities? Today we explore the remarkable story of David Goggins, a man who transformed himself from an abused, overweight young man into one of the toughest athletes on the planet. David Goggins begins his story in a place of darkness. As a child, he suffered horrific abuse at the hands of his father. His family lived in fear, and young David carried deep psychological wounds that would haunt him for years. By the time he was in his early 20s, Goggins weighed nearly 300 pounds and worked as a pest control technician, spraying for cockroaches. He was depressed, directionless, and stuck in a cycle of comfort and avoidance. Everything changed one night when Goggins stumbled upon a documentary about Navy SEAL training. Something ignited within him. He decided he would become a SEAL, despite being severely overweight and having no athletic background. This decision marked the beginning of his transformation. He lost over 100 pounds in less than 3 months through extreme discipline, running on a treadmill, cycling, and swimming while drastically changing his diet. Goggins introduces what he calls the accountability mirror. This is the practice of facing yourself honestly, writing down your insecurities and goals on sticky notes, and placing them on your mirror. Every morning, you confront the truth about who you are and what you need to change. There is no hiding from yourself when you practice radical honesty. After failing the SEAL assessment twice, Goggins finally completed the brutal training on his third attempt. But his journey was far from over. He discovered that pushing through pain and discomfort unlocked new levels of mental strength. This realization led him to develop the 40% rule, which states that when your mind tells you that you are done, you are actually only 40% finished. Your brain creates protective barriers long before your body truly gives out. Goggins went on to become an ultramarathon runner, completing some of the most grueling races on Earth. He ran over 100 miles at a time, often with broken bones and severe injuries. He set records for pull-ups, completing over 4,000 in 17 hours. Each challenge was not about proving something to others, but about testing the limits of his own mind. A central concept in the book is what Goggins calls callousing the mind. Just as physical labor creates calluses on your hands that protect against future damage, mental suffering and discipline build psychological toughness. Every time you push through discomfort, you create mental armor that prepares you for bigger challenges ahead. Goggins also introduces the cookie jar, a mental technique for drawing strength during difficult moments. The idea is simple. You fill an imaginary jar with memories of past victories, obstacles you have overcome, and moments when you refuse to quit. When times get hard, you reach into that jar and remind yourself of what you have already survived. The book is brutally honest about the cost of this lifestyle. Goggins sacrificed relationships, physical health, and normal comforts in his pursuit of greatness. He does not pretend that everyone should live this way, but he challenges readers to ask themselves what they are truly capable of achieving if they stopped making excuses. Perhaps the most powerful message of the book is that suffering is a choice. You can choose to avoid discomfort and live a safe, predictable life, or you can embrace the hard path and discover who you really are. Goggins argues that most people never meet their true selves because they quit before reaching the depths where transformation happens. David Goggins shows us that our limitations are largely self-imposed. The voice in your head that says you cannot do something is not telling the truth. It is protecting you from the unknown. But on the other side of that fear lies a version of yourself that you have never met, a person of extraordinary resilience and power. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.